What's going on, guys? Rob from Heroes Avenue. I hope you guys are all having a great day. Not a lot of DC news to talk about today, but we do have to dive into Shazam once more because some things have dropped that have shed some light on some potential villains that might be included in this movie. And we'll also dive into some Aquaman concept art that we haven't seen before. That's a movie I just saw for the third time, and man, do I love that movie. We'll also end this video by reading comments from previous videos, and that's always fun, so let's get right into it. Alright, so since we're talking about potential villains in the Shazam movie, that means I'm also talking about potential spoilers. If you didn't want to hear anything about potential villains that have not been marketed yet, then maybe click off the video now. Okay, so I know what you were probably thinking. When clicking on this video, you were probably hoping I was referring to Black Adam, right? Well, I'm not. I'm actually referring to the 7 Deadly Sins. So the 7 Deadly Sins have a long history with Shazam, and you're probably wondering how we get this information since they have not been marketed in any of the marketing material or the synopsis for the movie. And that is because we have a potential toy spoiler once again. Yes, I know another movie spoiled by potential toy leaks, and I will play the video of this toy here.
Calls for a superhero. Why don't you pick on someone your own size? Enemies of man, Shazam!
Okay, so as you can see in the video, the toy specifically calls out the enemies of man. And the enemies of man was another way of saying the 7 Deadly Sins. I guess back in the 1940s, the 7 Deadly Sins were censored to meet the standards at the time and were just referred to as the 7 Deadly Enemies of Man. And these 7 deadly sins include pride, envy, greed, anger, sloth, gluttony, and lust. And to longtime Shazam fans, it might be a no-brainer that these characters are going to be included in the movie, but because they haven't been marketed, it is something worth talking about, especially because in his first solo outing, Shazam will not be facing his most iconic villain in Black Adam. Now, having the 7 Deadly Sins alongside Dr. Sivana might give more weight to the potential appearance of the Shazam family. I did a video on the Shazam family and their potential appearance a few days ago. We saw stickers with the Shazam family next to Billy, and I posed the question to you guys whether or not you think we'd see the Shazam family in the movie. A lot of you guys didn't think so, but with the potential inclusion of the 7 Deadly Sins, I do think that that would give the Shazam family something to, or enemies to fight, while Shazam has to deal with the overarching villain of Dr. Sivana. Mark Strong, of course, I am really excited for. I really loved him in Kick-Ass, and I loved his interpretation of Sinestro in Green Lantern. Despite what you thought of that movie, I thought he embodied the character very well. So I am excited. I do hope that we do get references to Black Adam, hopefully by the end of the movie, because as far as we know, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson will still be playing Black Adam. There was talks of a potential solo movie for him before he faces off against Shazam, and hopefully that in that amount of time, Henry Cavill has fixed whatever's wrong with his contract with Warner Brothers, and he and Shazam could face off against Black Adam, just like in that animated movie, which was incredible. So let me know what you guys think. Do you think this movie needs a little bit more villains in there in the form of the 7 Deadly Sins? Let me know what you guys think about that in the comments below. Let's go ahead and move on and talk about Aquaman. And this movie I got to see for a third time with one of my friends who was a doubter. He didn't want to see the movie because he didn't take Aquaman seriously as a character. So I was like, all right, man, we're taking work off early and we're going to go watch this movie. And he actually liked it. He had some of the complaints, some other people had about the movie. Some of the acting didn't work for him, but overall he loved the movie. And for me, watching it for a third time, I liked it better than when I watched it for the first time. I liked it better than when I watched it the second time. So I really appreciate this movie. And one of the things I appreciate most about this movie is the costume design. They really went for it. I guess in the words of Kevin Feige last night, they really went for it, and especially with the character of Black Manta, who I think looks incredible. And we have alternate concept art for Black Manta, and the creator was able to finally showcase it, and I'm going to put it right here. So as you can see, this looks like the final design for Black Manta, and there are other concept arts, and it's really interesting to see what could have been with this character, and I'm really glad they ended up with this version. But here's another look at a potential design for Black Manta. I'm not really feeling this. It's cool. Definitely looks like it could be a real suit that someone who goes diving uses, but definitely not as cool as the suit we got. It definitely has a lot of similarities, but the shape of the helmet is the big thing. And in this next suit, definitely looks like it evolved into what we actually got, but it's not quite there yet, especially with the helmet. But if we got this version of the suit, I still would have been happy, but I definitely am happy with the last suit, or the final suit. And then here's this last concept art right here. Yeah, this is cool, but I don't like that the helmet has one eye. I do like the two different eyes. It definitely looks so comic accurate, the suit we actually got. This is cool too, though. I wouldn't have complained, because I never would have thought they would have put Black Manta's suit so comic accurate in the movie. So let me know which suit you guys thought out of all of those could be a cool alternative. I actually think the suit we got in the movie is the best out of all those designs, unlike the Atlantis designs that I saw. And we also got alternate designs for other characters in the movie, and I will post some of those as I am talking here. But one of the other things we got a alternate design for is the trident. Now, if you guys were watching my videos before this, before the movie came out, I kept talking about how I loved how Aquaman's Quindent looked in Justice League, and I think the trident, from what I saw so far, was a step down. But when I saw it in the movie, I was absolutely in love with it. So here's some alternate concept art for the trident that we have here, and I am definitely, again, happy with the trident we got in the movie, especially with the level of detail that James Wan put into the trident in the movie. He even created an alphabet for Atlantis, and it was inscripted on the movie. So it was inscripted on the trident for the movie. Some words in that alphabet, I mean. And so here you can see the alternate trident designs, and I am not feeling them. So I'm glad we got what we got in the movie. Very powerful trident. Looks incredible, and I can't wait to find a replica and have it in my showcase over here. So that is all of the alternate concept art for Aquaman. Let's get into reading some comments. So I definitely appreciate all of you guys sending your comments in, and if we're not able to get back to you on the computer, I hope we can at least at one point call out some of your comments, because a lot of you guys make some cool points and have cool things to say. So first comment I'm going to be reading today comes from Joshua Rivers. Guys, Ben is still Batman. He never left. Just hit a tough spot and is now back. He is supposed to either co-produce or co-direct the film. I have not heard anything about him co-directing the film. If any of you guys in the comments have the link to that article, definitely let us know. I'll call you guys out on the next video and address this once again. But yeah, I do gotta agree with you. He did not leave, and he did hit a tough spot. So he definitely, he went back into rehab. Hopefully he's doing okay. He never officially left, but also there have been a ton of rumors that Matt Reeves wants to cast a younger Batman, and there has been no one from the WB side of things, no one from the producer side of things. Ben Affleck himself has not said whether or not he has left or not. He is not refuting the claims that there's going to be a younger Batman. So it just makes fans feel like he doesn't want to play the role anymore. Now, again, you're right. He never said he officially left the role. But with Matt Reeves suggesting, or with the rumor suggesting Matt Reeves wants to cast a younger Batman and no one refuting it, it leads a lot of us to believe that he is done playing the Caped Crusader. But I do hope I'm wrong, and I hope you're right. I hope he never left, because I love Ben Affleck as Batman. All right, let's move on to the next comment. Let's see. Okay. Kursad Akdogan says, dude, I really want your channel to grow. The content is just what I'm looking for. Keep up the good work. I hope you get millions of subscribers. Hey, thank you, man. I always appreciate the support from people, especially people who've been with us from the beginning. I love you guys who, if you just subscribed to us, love you guys too. Thank you guys for subscribing. Appreciate you guys interacting and giving us a voice, because we just love talking superhero movies out here. So thank you, Kursad. Next comment, let's look. Okay, let's see. AJ Lawless. DC is so boring and unimpressive. The only thing that could possibly save them is if they do a villains movie about Deathstroke or the League of Assassins. And let's face it, the only reason people watched The Dark Knight was for Heath Ledger, not for Bale, and sure as hell not for no talent Nolan. All right, wow. Wow, okay. Of course, all movies are subjective, and you guys have a right to your own opinion, but DC is so boring and unimpressive. I don't even know where to begin. So I'm just choosing these comments randomly, and this one stuck out right here. He has a picture of Jean-Claude Van Damme on there. I do like your little profile pic right there. I'm a fan of Jean-Claude, but DC being so boring and unimpressive, of course, that's up to you and your opinion. The only things that can save them is doing a Deathstroke movie or a League of Assassins. The mainstream audience does not know Deathstroke. They did see him at the end of Justice League, but I hardly feel like the mainstream audience would come out in droves just for a Deathstroke movie or a League of Assassins movie. Now, the League of Assassins have been explored in Batman Begins, and man, this guy's talking about the only people watch Dark Knight was for Heath Ledger. Hey, you can't take nothing away from Heath Ledger's role. It was incredible, but the movie as a whole was incredible as well. Heath Ledger, of course, stole it from Bale, who was Batman, main character of the movie. No talent Nolan. Oh my gosh, have you not seen Memento? Have you not seen The Prestige? Oh man, you need to watch more movies, bro. So I don't know what to say. AJ Lawless. Okay, next comment. Let's see. Mr. Johnny 583 says, no Marvel movie is even on the same level as The Dark Knight. No DCEU, just being honest. Oh, we've got another Dark Knight comment. Marco Zolo says on the bottom, says Aquaman will break Dark Knight and Dark Knight Rises figures. And then H-Rag Farah says Logan comes to mind. Hey guys, I just watched Logan once again this past weekend. Logan is incredible. Reminded me that it is definitely in my top 10 all-time comic book movies, and that was one of my favorite movies that year. But hey man, again, it's all up to interpretation right here. Let's go. Let's say, okay, Jose Bracero, you had a ton of comments on our videos. I'll just pick one right here. Cut your losses right now. Dwayne Johnson will never play Black Adam. When they announced this Shazam movie, Dwayne was waiting for that call. Never happened. He even sat down with the WB Studios. The director said, no, can't afford him. John Cena was a shoe-in at Shazam. They said no to. Dwayne asked about Black Adam Solo. Maybe. We all know Dwayne has been pitching this role for over 10 years. He was willing to bankroll half. Still no. Remember, he wasn't high price as he now because his wife is his agent. If you read his Twitter, he said, good luck on your movie. Bye. Wow, that was kind of jumbled up right there, Jose. So let's just break this down. Never play Black Adam. I'm not sure. I don't know if you got any new news that none of us got, but as far as I know, he still will eventually play Black Adam. As early as last summer, he was talking about doing the role and doing some cool things in the future. He's waiting for the call. The director said no, can't afford him. John Cena was a shoe-in as Shazam. Really? I remember him. You know, people were talking about him to potentially play the role, but I'm glad he didn't. We saw him in Bumblebee. I actually just saw that movie Blockers. You know, the movie about parents having to cock block their kids. That was actually pretty funny. He was actually pretty funny in there. But him in Bumblebee, he was okay. Dwayne, maybe you know Dwayne has been pitching this role for 10 years. Okay, man, it's kind of hard to piece together what you're saying here, but yeah, I don't know. I hope he plays Black Adam because even though I don't think he's the greatest actor in the world, he just looks the part of Black Adam. I don't know. We shall see, Jose. Let's go to another comment. Rambo XXP. DC needs to move on from Batfleck. They have a great Wonder Woman and Aquaman to work around. I do hope Cavill will remain as Supes. Justice League and the whole DC universe can be saved still. Yeah, you know, I agree with you guys. I agree with you. You know, for me, I just want to know who the next Batman is. I'm on the mentality of next man up, man. If Batfleck doesn't want it at this point, hey, just tell me who the new Batman is so that we can all talk about that, because I'm tired of the negativity in regards to whether he's going to play or not play it. I would like him to stay, but if he doesn't, let me know who's coming next. We do have a great Wonder Woman. We have a great Aquaman. Cavill would be awesome as Soup still. And yes, this universe is, you know, a lot of people, famous YouTubers are talking about DC needs to reboot. I disagree. I like this universe. It can still go to interesting places. All right, last comment today, guys. Jai Battle says, I wish Ben Affleck could read this comment section. Oh, man, that is perfect. Yeah, I wish he could read this too, man, because I think the fans are really appreciating him. And I think, the sad Affleck meme from Batman vs. Superman, I think that movie will become more appreciated as time goes on. At least I hope so, because that movie, I love that movie. And definitely, I loved his Batman from that movie, not necessarily from Justice League. I want the Ben Affleck Batman from Batman vs. Superman. Of course, a lot of people are going to complain about, oh, the killing or whatever. That's a whole different subject, guys. All right, that's it for today's video, guys. If you did enjoy the content, please give it a like. Subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell to be notified about all our videos. And I will catch you guys later. Peace.